New information for you this Friday morning on a school bus train crash in the Southern Valley. A judge has found the driver of that bus not guilty of aggravated reckless driving following the crash with a train last year near Lidgerwood. 70-year-old Michael Scroke was charged following an investigation by the State Patrol.
The bus he was driving was hit at a crossing on December 19th of last year and tipped on its side. KFGO News is reporting that he says he didn't see the train coming. He was acquitted yesterday after a judge found no negligence on his part. 18 students were on the bus. 5 were taken to hospitals. 1 suffered a broken back. FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn says the agency will work rapidly to approve emergency use of Moderna's coronavirus vaccine.
That's after an advisory panel of doctors and scientists voted yesterday to recommend approval of that vaccine. It would join Pfizer's in the nation's war against COVID-19. There's a warning today from Otter Tail County officials after an ATV pulling an ice house crashed through thin ice on Otter Tail Lake. Sheriff's deputies responded yesterday to the lake about 1 mile southwest of the Highway 78 access.
They say ice in that area was only about 1.5 inches thick. No one was hurt. A snowmobiler's body has been recovered from Lake Irvine near Devil's Lake. Authorities say the man broke through the ice on Tuesday night.
Ramsey County deputies found his body and snowmobile in the lake. That was just north of Church's Ferry. The death is considered an accidental drowning.
Some of us are waking up to snow flurries this morning. Let's see how much we can expect in Lisa Green's forecast.
Well, good morning. Yeah, not just flurries, but some snow coming down that's coating the roads and leading to some slick spots out there. And this is a recent view from a Minnesota DOT plow along Highway 75 in Wilkin County. You can see the snow coming at the windshield there and conditions that are not great. Visibility is on the lower end in that view. And in Fargo, we've been watching the snow come down. You can see a few flakes in the foreground there on our Luther Family Ford Skycam in South Fargo. And check out the pavement on the entrance to the lot there. You can see we've had a light coating of snow with the tire tracks in there. So you'll want to make sure you're ready for this as you're getting ready to head out in the FM Metro. It's going to be that thin coating of snow may lead to some slick spots for you to start off your day. And not just in Fargo, but around the valley, south and east especially. And then some of our viewers up in the north too. There's a smaller pocket of snow impacting us up by Hallock and the Cavalier area too. And that's rolling to the east. The larger band, the larger area still affecting Fargo. You can see the clearing line though already around the Castleton area. And this is going to lift to the north and east and continue to move through and affect our viewers into Minnesota. So Lakes Country up through Bemidji, that's where you're more likely to get those accumulations here as we continue on through the morning. Our wind speeds are also strong. We've got a gust of 31 in Fargo, making it feel unpleasant to be out there, especially where that snow is falling. And temperatures that aren't bad. It's pretty mild to start off the day. We're talking 20s, even a couple of 30s here this morning. Factor in that wind though. The wind chill will be a little bit colder and not so pleasant out at the bus stop. Look at our bus stop forecast. We got some 28s across here. We're talking this morning we'll be into that 28-degree range here out at the bus stop with that chance for some snow. And then this afternoon, after warming initially, the cold front passes through, and then we're talking chilling air heading into the afternoon hours with some sunshine. At least it'll be bright, but it's going to be chilly. Look at that wind this afternoon, north-northwest, and those are steady speeds into the teens. And so we're talking 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts out of the northwest. Going to feel kind of raw out there this afternoon as well, even after the snow ends. So the kids will want to be bundled up for the bus stop heading to school and heading home as well. This weekend will cool down for Saturday, especially Saturday morning. Single-digit lows tomorrow, but we'll start to warm back up. It should be a pretty decent day Saturday for any last-minute shopping you need to do before the holiday week. Sunday night, especially, we're looking at a chance for a possibility for a few flakes or a little mixed precipitation. And then next week, again, watching that system that's showing up in our forecast models. We'll keep an eye on that for you as Christmas gets closer. But again, today, watch out as you're heading out this morning.
Great reminders. Thank you, Lisa. We could soon see some changes involving our local restaurants and bars in Fargo as 2 of our city commissioners urge the governor to ease restrictions.
And the Valley Today's Brian Sherrod, he joins us live this morning with a breakdown of what those commissioners want to see. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan. Lisa, in downtown Fargo, the trend has been quiet. So, 2 of the city commissioners decided that they wanted to ask for change for mandates so that we could see more of a crowd here in downtown Fargo when it comes to the bars and restaurant scene, but of course in a safe way. So, letter was drafted by Tony Gehrig and also signed by Dave Pepcorn, asking Governor Doug Burgum to reconsider these restriction changes. In the request, the commissioners asked for occupancy to increase from 50% to 75% capacity. They also asked for in-person dining services to be allowed to stay open until midnight instead of the currently mandated 10 at night closing time.
Allow a couple extra hours of time open and a little bit more people in the door. It's not going to affect the health situation dramatically. It may not affect it at all, but it will help these bars and restaurants, and it will help the employees who are the economy. People are the economy.
So Gary isn't sure when he was going to hear back from the governor about these different proposed changes, but he hopes to hear an announcement sooner than later.
Brian Sherrod reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
And we also have to mention it's Brian's birthday today, so happy birthday, Brian. It is now 6:56. Some Minnesota bars and restaurants that plan to defy the governor's COVID closures orders are now rethinking their tactics after the state attorney general started cracking down on violators with fines and license suspensions. Keith Ellison's office is seeking civil penalties of up to $25,000 for each violation of that executive order.
Lawsuits have already been filed against the two restaurants that have opened up in East Grand Forks. Brutus Brickhouse, Legends, and Sunset Lanes, all in Moorhead, showed up on an open for business list earlier this week, but now they're telling us they won't be opening their doors without the governor's green light. Some other area business owners agree.
I figured I could face the music with the fines if that came down to it, but since they are pulling licenses for up to 3 years, I don't want to risk it. So we won't be opening dine-in until Governor allows us to.
Many people are standing behind the business owners that are risking fines and penalties to save their livelihoods.
That includes some economists who say there's no strong evidence that shows lockdowns drive COVID case numbers down. North Dakota is reporting a rise in infections and deaths due to complications from COVID-19. But a drop in hospitalizations.
The numbers do not reflect a surge from Thanksgiving get-togethers, but health experts say Christmas gatherings are still a big worry. They say now is not the time to let the guard down and have those large family gatherings, even if you've already had COVID-19.
The little bit more concerning factor is that many people celebrate 3, 4 holiday gatherings or Christmases.
Then I think certainly we do have an increased risk that we'll see another spike and a more severe spike than we would otherwise.
Experts say a socially distant holiday season is the only way to ensure schools can go back full-time in person.
Both Fargo and West Fargo schools plan to transition their students back into the buildings by mid-January. NDSU nursing and pharmacy students are becoming a part of history while gaining practical experience during this crisis. They're helping healthcare facilities across the region administer those COVID-19 shots to healthcare workers, and they'll continue doing that over the next several months.
They've been trained to administer vaccines and are supervised by faculty members.
An NDSU student who was killed by a drunk driver will be honored during winter commencement today by getting a degree posthumously.
Pierce Kaving of Roseau, Minnesota, was a top student in the mechanical engineering department. He died in August. His family will accept his degree on his behalf. COVID Comfort Food is connecting communities across the country. Volunteers are showing a little love with a lot of lasagna. The project, called Lasagna Love, started in a California kitchen at the start of the pandemic and has spread nationwide.
It's made a big difference to families who have gotten a home-cooked meal and for more than 4,000 volunteers who are doing the cooking. To get involved or request a meal, just visit lasagnalove.org. But of course, you don't have to register. We know you can always just drop off a hot dish at your neighbor's house.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. On average, we do this 300 days a year.
The answer? Oh, it's not a nice one. The
No.
answer is wake up grumpy.
Someone wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
We
this
don't
morning?
like that. Come on, wake up with us here on the Valley today. We're mostly in a good mood some of the times. Anyway, no, we're always in a good mood. We're glad to be here. But anyway, remember, you can play along every day. Just head to the Valley News Live Facebook page.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us right now for more good mood news. All that live up to the minute news and weather right now on the Fargo CW.